So the first one we're going to do is called a seated hinge back. So you're literally just going to come to sit down. And you're going to have your feet at hip distance apart and try and sit up tall. Now, two things. I want you to be able to lift up through your pelvic floor and also feel like you're drawing your navel to spine. So that is drawing the core in, really firing up the deep stable muscles. So deep stabilizing muscles. You should be able to feel it even sitting up like we are now. Now all we're going to do is hinge back from the hips using the spine in a straight line, and there's a few things that you can do to make it harder. Only stay with the one you're comfortable with, don't push beyond your means, and then you can build up. I'm just giving you somewhere to go. So the first one is literally just hinging back from the hips. Obviously, in all three of these variations, the further back you go, the harder it's going to be for you. You should just be able to feel like the core is starting to engage and fire up, and you're just going to hold it and then come back up. If you want more, release the hands and again come back a little further. Trying to keep the back straight and the core drawn in. And then the final one, obviously, you can go back even further if you want to, but try just lifting the arms up. Make sure the shoulders are down. And we're just going to raise the arms. And that makes it very, very difficult indeed. So you can try those. Don't hold any of those for longer than a minute. It is a waste of your time. This is one of those things that is a little and often exercise. You can do it for a period of time, hold it, just start to feel like you're working. The minute you start to feel loads of tension coming into the body, stop because it's counterproductive. The next exercise you can do lying on your back, and we're just this time going to use the legs as resistance. So that's going to help us fire our core up. So lie on the back. And again here we're going to have our feet at hip distance apart. And this is really important, so take note of this point. What you're going to do is something called an imprinted spine. All you need to do is tip the back of the pelvis into the mat. So you should not be able to get anything underneath the spine now. The whole length of the back should be in contact with the mat. Then from here we're going to fold in our legs to tabletop and then take them out to a challenging angle. That's the exercise. Now, only come as far as you can keep your lower back on the ground. If the lower back starts to peel away, you've come too far and you're running a risk of injury. So we're just going to fold in one leg and then the other leg, and then start to lift the legs away. And you will feel the core is starting to really work here. Even a small amount is fine, and just start to take them away. Now this is a lot safer than planking. If this isn't enough for you, you're going to take the legs up to the ceiling, turn the legs out from the hip and feel like the inner thighs are drawing together. And we're in a Pilates V, so that's the heels touching, toes out. And you're just going to lower the legs down to a challenging angle. Same thing, only come as low as you can maintain the imprint of your spine. So start to lower down and then just hold. The other variations you can do this with is with pulsing. So you can literally just take the legs out and then bring them in, maybe 10 or 20 times. The final one is the most easy and is such a great thing to do. It's really underrated. This is called abdominal bracing. So what you're going to do is lie on the stomach. And you're going to place your forehead down onto your hands, and all you're going to do is lift your lower belly away from the mat. Now I would advise having your legs touching throughout so you know where they've been placed, because you want to be specific about these things. Forehead down, and all I'm going to do is lift my tummy away so I could maybe take my hand underneath my stomach. Hold it for maybe 5 or 10 seconds and then release, and then repeat it as many times as you wish to. So this is what it'll look like. Breathe in to prepare, and then as you breathe out, lift the stomach away. And hold here. So you feel like those core muscles are really firing up, so you can see I can slide my hand underneath here if I needed to. Pause, and then release down.